Anybody have thoughts on whether what he said in that clip is per se defamatory or could form the basis of a defamation case, given that he started it with Epstein told me?
Well, if I can take that first, Megyn, you have to look specifically at the very words that were used. And this that we just played in that slot is a mixture, if you will, of opinions and allegations of fact. And in order to prevail on a defamation claim, it has to be essentially a false statement of fact. And of course, there's some nuances to that. A false statement of fact, and the burden of proof is on the plaintiff. In this case, it would be Melania to prove that those were false and in fact defamatory. So you mentioned that he's gone to court first. There's a type of law called a SLAPP statute, and it stands for Strategic Lawsuit Against Public Participation. And the word strategic is in there for a reason, because as you pointed out, this allows the would-be defendant to go into court first. Wolff is going to have to prove that his comments were not defamatory. So he's basically changed the burden of proof, if you will. I think it was probably not a good idea to do that. The best thing to do would have been to just take it down and move on, as the letter from Melania Trump's lawyers asked them to do. If all we're doing is regurgitating the words of Jeffrey Epstein, then Wolff is going to say, technically, my statement is true, because this is exactly what Epstein said.
And
but
that's why this is going nowhere.
If you're repeating defamation...
So you agree, Mark, that's a get-out-of-jail-free card, like a total carte blanche for Michael Wolff to say whatever he wants, as long as it's prefaced with Jeffrey Epstein told me?
Yes, and as we all learned when we went to law school, the First Amendment gives you wide latitude to spew outrageous and offensive speech. The question is whether this is primarily opinion, and it looks that way. There's a few facts that he'll say, well, I said in good conscience. It doesn't mean that they're actually true. He doesn't have to be truthful. Again, she has to prove actual malice, that he knew it was false, or a reckless disregard of the truth. It's a very high standard, as you have learned, Megyn. So I don't think this lawsuit goes anywhere against this guy. It doesn't mean that I'm in favor of what he says, and it doesn't mean that it's factual. I have no idea if what he's saying is truthful.
I'm just rereading the little transcript from that Instagram post, which is at issue. And Melania's threat letter to him raises what he said to the Daily Beast and what he said in Instagram. This sham marriage, trophy marriage, hardly any marriage at all, is part of the scam Trump, has pulled on MAGA. But I think that's in danger of being undermined now by the Epstein story, in which Melania plays no small part. So all that precedes Epstein told me that they got together and so on.
He wants to be able to depose people, and he wants to be able to access documents in the public space and get discovery, get depositions, interrogatories, those type of things.